Hey guys, I'm Wande. So yeah, I'm a rapper, and I like using my music just to influence people to just increase their faith and just also positivity. Just encouragement in general. To believe in yourself, believe that you're fly, believe that you're lit and intelligent and competent. And so yeah, I love music. I actually started rapping because of a biology class. I had a biology class, and my teacher was like, "Hey, if you want to rap, you can," or she said, if you don't want to do a PowerPoint or an essay, you can do a rap instead. And so that's essentially how I started rapping, because I was like, oh, Nicki Minaj is a rapper. She's pretty good. So I guess I can do this because I'm a girl too. And that's how I started rapping. But then my friends were like, yo, this is actually like really good. In high school, I started doing it for fun. I would rap like at lunch, like freestyle circles and stuff like that. Then I went on YouTube like over Christmas break and learned how to like record myself. And I actually make songs and put them on the internet and made YouTube videos. And then from there, just kind of turned into a passion. And I just felt like this was something I was supposed to do and like that God was calling me to do. And so that's kind of how I started doing it like legitimately. And like the doors have just kind of just always been open. And, I just felt like it didn't come at like such a pushback. And so it was something that I just felt like I was meant to do. There's not a lot of music majors that deal with hip hop. So if you like hip hop music, usually music majors in college are very classical music. And I played the flute in middle school, but I was like, nah, I don't want to study the flute. Like I want to be a rapper. And so journalism seemed like the next best thing, because essentially with journalism, you can still be involved in the music world without having to be in the forefront just music wise. So I was like, okay, if rapping doesn't work out, at least the journalism, I'll still be surrounded by music. So I could be able to interview my favorite artists. I could interview like the label I wanted to work for. And so essentially studying journalism and PR was a way to get in the building without directly going with music. So I actually got connected because of an internship. So, school paid off, in this rap journey. I did an internship with my label in the marketing department. And from there, like I just was diligent, did a good job every day and came home. And after that, they actually offered me a job. So that was my junior year, and I went back my senior year. And after my senior year, they're like, hey, you did a really good job. Do you want a job? And I was like, yes, I want a job. I want to be employed. And so it seemed like a great opportunity, because they moved me out to Atlanta, and that's like the hip hop capital for the US. It was definitely an interesting, like, it was like a weird thing where it's like, okay, I know y'all know I'm a rapper, but like we're not talking about it. And so like I would say like the 1 month or 1 to 2 months before or leading up to me getting my contract, it became like a company like joke where they would like play music in the office, and they would always play my music, and then everybody would get up and start dancing. And so it was funny because it was like, oh, this is cool that y'all are dancing, but are y'all going to give me a contract? It was definitely character building. I think it taught me a lot about how, other people succeeding doesn't take away from your ability to succeed, and that you should be happy for others. So I am actually kind of grateful for that, because it was a refinement process for me. So it was kind of like, oh, Wanda, you want to be a rapper. Will you be happy knowing that another girl might get signed before you get signed? And so I definitely had to look inside myself and see, like, kill my jealousy, those traits. And so, but, ended up working out that I ended up getting signed even despite that. So even me full-heartedly being happy to look for other women who could fill that role, like, it still ended up working out where I would still be able to be myself and live out my career. So the contract offer was crazy because that was like a total surprise. Like they told me that I had a meeting at work to like help another artist like figure out what they want to do for the year, to plan out their calendar. And I was like, okay, that's fun. So I was getting ready, and they were like, man, this artist is running late. We don't know where they're at. And I'm like, yeah, man, well, we're just going to wait. And they're like, well, let's play your music to pass the time. And I was like, okay. And so they started playing my music in the office, and then the executive team came in and they started dancing. And like how I told y'all earlier, that was like the company joke. So I was like, oh, they're going to come dance and then they're going to like leave. But then like they didn't leave. They just all sat down, and then they turned on the TV and they're like, oh, surprise, this meeting is about you. We want to offer you a contract. So that was crazy because it's like, this has always been my dream to like be an artist and be a rapper. So I feel like in that moment, I felt like it was too good to be true. So I didn't show my emotions because I was like, oh, well, I don't want them to Like, because what if it's a joke, you know? What if it's not real? And so, like, I was very, like, solemn, but on the inside, I was very happy. But yeah, it ended up being real. And so at the end, I was, like, super excited. And, like, yeah, it was just crazy to see that, like, your dreams can actually come true, and, like, your goals can actually be attainable if you just are consistent and you just stick to it. And then now it's just like my full-time career, and like, so basically I make a living off of rapping, so it's pretty cool. But I'm able to influence people and like positive, like affect their lives while still like keeping the 808s and everything that involves hip-hop and rapping. I feel like I've had so much time to prepare just by doing things like those talent shows and stuff. Like all those baby steps like help to build blocks to where now I'm really comfortable just making songs. I'm really comfortable performing. So it's been a lot of fun. And I feel like for me, I almost see it like as an opportunity to where now I can shed more light on like that women are fully competent to be rappers, and I'm able to bring my friends in too. So other women that they maybe never gave an opportunity to, like I'm like, oh well, she's gonna be on my album, she's gonna be on my song. And my music videos too, I always have like all girl dancers, so it's definitely a lot of girl power, a lot of fun. It's cool. I've actually begun to see that like being an artist is like running a business, honestly. So as an artist, you are a business per se, like you're a person, but like there's different things that go into making things work. So like whenever I have a show, like it's not just me, like I have someone playing my music. I have dancers, I have a manager. And so with that, I've had to learn a lot about business because these people are employed, and like I need to make sure that they're getting paid, and stuff like that. And managing my money too, because now as an artist, your money isn't like a salary. So it's not just like, oh, every 2 weeks I'm getting a paycheck. It's kind of like if I don't do anything, like money will not come. So definitely just learning new ways to have money come in from separate areas, maybe from one from streaming, one from a performance, one from a partnership with something, and learning how to like live within my means and not go crazy and be like, oh, I got money, I'm gonna spend all of it, but managing it so that way I can pay my bills and all that stuff. I would definitely say getting my album out was a challenge. Just because through the process, there were some people who like looked down on me because I was a girl, and they were like, "Oh, well, you know, I don't know if you're deserving to have these type of songs." And so like we'd work together, and then not they wouldn't give me my music because it ended up turning out better than they thought, and they're like, "Oh, I want to keep this for myself." And so that was crazy. But it was cool because I ended up finding the right people around me who truly valued me and respected me, and so we were able to put out some great music, and like everybody's been respecting the album and everybody's been appreciative. So I think the biggest thing I learned from that is like even whenever you have roadblocks come your way, like don't let them stop you. Like you can acknowledge and be sad in that moment, but then don't stop there, but keep pressing on and keep pushing on, because you'll be able to accomplish victory at the end. I've had a lot of great feedback. A lot of people have been loving it. It's been cool seeing like people all over the world listen to it, like people from London, Germany, people here. So it's been a lot of fun seeing people dance. Like I have like a TikTok, and people have been doing like a TikTok challenge with like doing some dances. So that's been a lot of fun. But I've enjoyed it a lot, and so I think I'll definitely see the true impact whenever we can do performances again, and I get to see like people in real life. But it's been a lot of fun. My faith like has just always been something that's super important to me. I feel like it's the foundation of who I am as a person, and like it definitely just helped me grow in terms of just being confident, helped me grow in terms of loving people too. So just with that naturally being a part of who I am, it just felt like natural to talk about that. I feel like with rap, if any of y'all ever want to be rappers and stuff, like usually you rap about what you've been through, and usually you rap about like, you know, what's on your brain. And so for me, like faith has always been on my brain, so that's how it comes out in my music. I have a lot of favorite artists. I would say I'll just go through different phases, right? So one of my favorite artists when I first started rapping was Nicki Minaj. And so she was my favorite artist, obviously, because she's the reason even I was like, oh, girls can rap. So I think she was one of my favorites because one, she showed me that you can be a woman and rap and kill it and like be just as good as anybody else. And then I just love how she puts her personality like into her music. So whenever you hear her raps, they're not just casual. like they're just never average. They're always something interesting, and like she's always putting different metaphors and stuff into the music. So I think that's why, as in terms of like rappers, she's one of my favorites. So it's cool because I actually teach people how to do this now. But one of the first things you need to do is like I create a playlist for myself. So the best thing you can do is learn about yourself. So want to make a playlist of like my top 10 favorite songs, and I'm like, okay, what do I actually like about these songs? Because you start to notice like, okay, maybe like I like songs that have a catchy beat or whatever, or I like songs that sing and do this certain thing in the chorus, or oh, I noticed that all the songs I like are about a story or something like that. So if I'm creating a playlist, it's cool because you see like what do I actually listen to, and then from there, whenever I go to create, now I actually start with the beat first. So once I get the beat, I like actually just create like a mumble track, just doing something. So I can have a beat playing and I'll be like na 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 na, and like from there, after I record that, I basically have a whole song of like gibberish, and then I'll go back and put like actual words on it. And it's cool because from there, it sounds like natural. So whenever you're mumbling over it, you're not trying to force a whole bunch of words into each other. You're just naturally mumbling like what kind of melody would naturally sound good on this beat. And so I think that's like a way where I'm able to make it sound good because one, it's natural. Now I'm putting the words on top, and then two, I'm informing my decision from like my playlist of like what sounds good. And the final checkpoint I just kind of have is just like, would I listen to this on my playlist now? So after you make the song, it's like, would this get on my playlist, or if this came on my playlist, would it ruin my mood and would I skip it? So that also helps you quality control. Like, oh, if it's not good enough to be on my playlist, what can I do to make the song better now? I think just, I guess the fun. It's like you could have like a new personality. So I know when I started rapping, it was definitely something outside of my comfort zone. Nobody expected me to be a rapper. Um, but it's cool. I feel like you just feel free because you have to really put yourself out there to rap, honestly. But I feel like it's just fun. Like you can embody a new energy, and like it's cool because you can just talk about things that maybe you couldn't talk about in a normal conversation. But like now, people have your attention, and like you're able to just impact people's lives through your words, and have like a fun personality, and have like the beats hitting and stuff like that. So I think that's my favorite part about rap. I mean, I guess. Okay. I guess I'll do a random rap. All right. Okay, I'm going somewhere farther than I can imagine. Living proof that when you got faith, anything can happen. Yeah, I know you shocked and didn't expect to hear me rapping, but I bet in a few seconds you gon' really feel like clapping. I started a couple years ago, didn't even contemplate my raps to be the OJ of this game and make them concentrate. Rapping me so easy peasy lemon squeezy for me, and I know my flows are sick, but don't get too queasy for me. This unnatural. I see take that onion, make it super. God is working in me 2-in-1. You can call me Goober, bro. Talented, I'm Uber, bro. I said that, told me mover, bro. And if your sin is blocking you from doing things, then move her, bro. I'm on school mode, cause I always keep it classy. Like Usain Bolt, ain't nobody finna pass me. Like a Billy Goat, they looking at me like a kid, but we all God's children, so I'm about to do it big. So that was I think just surrounding yourself with people around you. So like how y'all have each other, definitely don't, get consumed with compliments. So when people compliment you, you might be like, oh yeah, I'm too good. I don't need anybody else. And you forget that the people who are around you whenever you just got started. So I would say that's how you kind of stay grounded by keeping people who know you for who you are, like the real you, around you, and then just being humble. Like don't feel like you're too good to talk to somebody. Don't feel like you're too good to love somebody, and that don't feel like you have to be a bad person to be famous. Like you can be popular, famous, and be a nice human being. So I would definitely say that's how you can stay grounded.